So I know Donald Trump ain't regretting deportation, huh? Wait a minute, did I read that right? Did I hear that right?
Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVPs. So lovely. I came across this video on my For You and I thought to share where the social platform is reacting to the fact that Orange Man is regretting the mass deportation after he found out that the black job was not going to be done by black people. He got so disappointed and he is wanting this immigrant back to the state. But he was like, okay, we are just going to go back, and come back legally since these guys cannot do this job. Lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip because it's got a lot of people reacting now. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So this level of FA and FO is something that needs to be smiled about. Let's dive into it.
So I know Donald Trump ain't regretting deportation, huh? Wait a minute, did I read that right? Did I hear that right? Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. So you regretting deportation. You went around and had ICE snatch them people clean about the fields. Arrested them, took them to countries that wasn't even their own original countries, and put them in camps that look like concentration camps. For what? Did you think you had another race that you can pop into those jobs? Did you think you can pay another race as little as you were paying those people from other countries who were here illegally? That's what you thought. You thought if you put the pressure, jack the prices up of everything, make it high, make people around here struggle, that you was going to have a certain race that would run to those jobs. I bet you I know which race you thought it was going to be. I ain't going to take it there, but y'all know. But see, Dino, let me put you up on something. Our ancestors, were forced to be in those fields. Our ancestors lack knowledge. They were unable to go to school and be educated and learn how to read, learn how to count, learn anything about handling business. They were forced. They were just tossed there, told whatever, and they had to do it. Then shout out to our ancestors. Shout out to all the people who fought to give us equal right, fought to give us education, fought to give us our own mind, fought so we can go to school and learn business, fought to just simply teach us 1 + 1 = 2. We are not our ancestors. We are not our ancestors. Do you hear me? Dino. Boy, if FAFO ain't just, circling around the White House right now, you done fucked around and found out, didn't you? Boy,
Went on Fox News and basically said, we shouldn't have kicked the immigrants out. The farmers ain't got nobody. The inner city people ain't gonna do it, so we need to bring them back.
Sending them back, and then they're schooling, they're learning, they're coming in legally. We have a lot of that going on. So we're taking care of our farmers. We can't let our farmers not have anybody, these are these people, you can't replace them very easily. People that live in the inner city are not doing that.
Damn right the people in the inner city ain't doing that work. He basically thought he was going to deport everybody and then we was going to go back in those fields. What the hell this man was thinking? Those days is over and they ain't coming back. Now he want to think about bringing the immigrants back because farmers are struggling. You should have thought about that beforehand. You already knew these people wasn't going to survive because you took away they people to help run their shit. Now he doubling down and he want them to come back legally. Man, get the fuck out of here. Trump went on Fox News.
Y'all, so apparently the Republicans thought if they got rid of the illegals and they put more financial pressure on the black communities and the people of color that are American citizens, that we would want to go in the fields and we would want to do the work that the previous citizens that hadn't yet to obtain their citizenship would do. Now, hear me out. When the produce immediately changed, at first I was a little annoyed I live in Arizona for perspective. So yeah, they here. They out here for real. And it hit us immediately. It hit us immediately. Do you hear me? When the produce went bad at first, and not bad, but like it just was, you could tell. Like you can tell the difference. At first I was a little annoyed, but then I sat back and was like, nah, actually, no, for real. That's what they need. They need to see that. And it wasn't just the produce. That's the crazy part. It was the produce and so much other shit that immediately like came like a wave through Arizona. They needed that wake up call. I've been staring at a house that has been taking upwards of at least, I want to say 7-8 months to finish. Before they left, I used to watch, because this is where I live at, the whole strip is being developed. I watched them complete an entire development in under a year. I watched them complete an entire development in under a year. It's a big ass development too. The entire development was done in under a year. There are houses on this strip in the past 6 months, they just been sitting. I had to stand still. Crickets, where y'all at? When the produce went bad, I was annoyed at first, but then I said, no, they need this wake up call. They need to know the contribution, citizenship or not, that these people actually make to this country. They need to understand that a land that was already built off of stolen land does not give you the right to kick people out when their ancestors were indigenous to this land. You need to understand the contribution and the amount of work that they did, the jobs you didn't want to do, that I don't want to do on a daily basis. You also need to understand their contribution. Now, Trump wants to bring them back legally. Because he's like, them niggas is not trying to get out there in the sun. And they not trying to do none of that work. And not. Why? So you can treat us 10 times worse? You gonna have to pay to play, baby. You gonna have to pay them people to come back here. You gonna have to pay them people to come back here. Y'all humiliated them in front of the whole world in the nastiest, most vicious ways. You gonna have to pay them people to come back here. Oh, and just so you know, our produce has increased. So I know they let some of y'all back in. I know they let some of them back in. Don't lie. I know they pushed some of them applications through and was like, listen, when can you clock back in? Okay? Everything's going to shit. I bet it is. I bet it is. I bet it is. You need to issue a very public apology. You need to offer them something. Offer them something. Offer them something. Excluding the Cubans that was like, oh my God, I vote for Donald Trump. Lead them out. They wasn't doing no work, no way. They wasn't doing no work, no motherfucking way. They think that they white. Lead them out. But yeah, y'all, Donald Trump said that because the black people don't want to do the jobs that the illegal citizens that they deported, because they don't want to do those jobs, they gonna have to let some people back in. Y'all, they built alligator Alcatraz without even so much as thinking about. And now that I think about it, I don't think that they're going to let them back in without putting them through like a Squid Games kind of situation. Let me know what y'all think. Am I the only one that's clocking tea? Because you just built alligator Alcatraz. And there has been a 60-minute video about you dumping people's bodies in the ocean and bodies washing up along the shore. So, I don't know. Maybe you should have thought this one through.
To all the people Trump deported, y'all should be proud. Because Trump just said on Fox Live and said the quiet part out loud. To all the people Trump deported, y'all should be proud because Trump just said on Fox Live and said the quiet part out loud. Trump just said, I kicked all of them out too fast. We thought once we kicked them out, all the people in urban communities, aka black people, was going to get back in these fields. Trump, what the hell you thought this was? Selma? Hell no, we ain't doing that. Nigga, we'll sell t-shirts on our truck before we do that. I hope that wasn't part of the game plan originally. Trump said, listen, we got to get some of the people from that we kicked out the country back. We got to get them back legally. We'll give them their papers and all. We ain't got no damn farmers. You didn't think about this before you kicked them out? Listen, the last people who were doing that, their last name was Tubman and shit like that. We ain't into that no more. We got black businesses. We'll figure it out here. Okay, we'll buy a couple stamps. We ain't doing that. Listen, to all the African people, Haitian, Spanish, whoever got kicked out of the country, even people who was doing good in their country in England and British people, listen, he needs y'all back. He ain't think about it. This is your time to get your paperwork together and come back legally so that way nobody can mess with y'all for generations to come, okay?
Trump said, listen, I thought about it. I kicked y'all out. But our economy wasn't ready for that. The economy said, oh, wait a minute, nigga. Oh, this ain't that type of party. Okay? So now he's working on getting them back. Now, Trump did say some wild stuff about, he asked some farmers what happened if they back break. I'm not even repeating that whole joke because it's kind of crazy. But Trump, I don't think nobody proofread what he got to say. I don't think he read none of this stuff that they tell him to say. I think he just say whatever come to mind. Listen. Trump said he got to get the illegals back so they can be legal, okay? I'm just here to bring y'all the news. I'm just a messenger.
So the President of the United States just said that Hispanic people are made to do farm work and their backs don't break, because if their backs break, they die. The President of the United States is straight up using white supremacist eugenics talking points at the White House talking to the press corps. Like, these commercials with like the jeans commercial and fucking Dunkin' Donuts are straight up white supremacist dog whistles. And they're not even really dog whistles at this point. They're using a fucking bullhorn. They're literally saying eugenics talking points at the White House. The President of the United States just said that Hispanic people are made to do farm work. That is straight up white supremacy. That is straight up saying that one group of people is lesser than another group of people and made to do a specific thing. Like, only Hispanic people can do farm work, and only white people can do this work, and only Asian people can do this work. All of that is eugenics. That's all it is. They're literally using white supremacist eugenic talking points, and we should not be fucking accepting this. There needs to be more pissed off people.
See, Trump got up there and said, you know what, maybe I deported those people too fast, too many of them, and maybe I need to bring some of them back. Yes. He got on Fox News Live and was just like, I'm willing to let some of them come back legally, because the farmers need people out there to pick the food. I seen videos where there were farmers and rows and rows and rows of, food, but nobody to pick them because ICE has picked them up. Okay, and now they don't have no farmers. It's just like, well, let the farmers back out. Let them back out. But he's willing to let the immigrants come back in legally because he needs farmers, and who else knows what he's going to start realizing the country needs and that they were holding the job market in. Normally, we would want people to leave on their own to show like the power that they have, like who's going to do this if we leave. But unfortunately they were forced out, and it showed still who's going to do that job if we don't do it. And a lot of different industries would feel the same effect if they were targeted. And that's why the Asian community wasn't targeted. That's why the Indian community wasn't targeted. You feel me? The Korean community wasn't targeted because they understand if we target them, our tech industry will start crumbling. The medicine, like different things, will start crumbling if he targeted other ethnicities of immigrants. So he targeted the Hispanics and the Mexicans and the Latinos, and he found out we actually need them. And maybe I wowed out. And this is why it's important for black people, indigenous people, people of color, African Americans, whatever you want to identify as. If you are brown, you need to understand the importance of us getting back into agriculture, us getting back into engineering, us getting back into science, chemistry, biology. We need us to be able to have slews of us in these fields.
There's something being left out of the discussion when we unpack the statements that Taco made about immigrants being naturally born to do the farm work. Because when you listen to it again, you are going to see that he actually said the quiet part out loud. The Taco actually echoed the same thing that many Black Americans have been saying since last year when he was running. Don't ever forget that last year when he brought up immigration on the campaign trail, one of the main things that he said was that these immigrants are coming here stealing black jobs. You fast forward to now, and his barbaric immigration policy that is essentially summed up to grabbing Hispanic people off of these farms, grabbing Hispanic people out of these places of work, and holding them in detention facilities. What is one thing Black Americans kept saying to everybody? They're doing this explicitly for the purpose of getting us back out into those fields. It is not a coincidence that while this immigration policy is happening, we have actually seen the largest amount of job loss among Black Americans, specifically Black women. Black women lost 300,000 jobs over the 6 months that this man has been president. And now we hear him saying yesterday that not only are they naturally born to do this work, but he makes a point to say the people in the inner city won't do it. It means the plan that they had has fallen flat on its face. They really thought they were going to be able to round these people up, get them out of here, and then somehow encourage Black America to get back out there in those fields. And if they got their way, it probably would have happened around the same time that he was floating the idea of these farmers and these hotel workers taking ownership of the workers that they have. We cannot look at these statements as isolated. They're all connected because this man and the people who support him have had a one-track mind for decades concerning this issue. The society that they are working so hard to rebuild in the 4 years that this man is going to be president is exactly what we told you it was going to be. But I promise you, the harder they try, the more hurdles they are going to run into, because we will never be going back to the life that they envision for the American people.
Now, did somebody say that our President Trump was on Fox today crying about he made a mistake sending all them immigrants away? Did he say he made a mistake deporting all them immigrants? Yeah. Did he say the farmers were gonna be suffering and who was gonna tend the fields out there? Did he actually think who he thought was gonna do it? The African American people? Oh, we won't do that no more. We won't do that no more. I got people that own businesses. I got people that sell t-shirts, sell purses, sell everything. I got people that own stores. You know, we don't do that anymore. I even heard that he said what would happen to the I think he was talking about the immigrants like working and they back, because it's back breaking work. So he was like, what would they do if their back was broke? What would they do? They said they'd die, because if their back ain't working, they ain't no good. You know, we don't do that anymore. We don't tend the fields and stuff. And I tell you something else you figured out. You figured out when you start raising the price on these vegetables and all that stuff, because we know how to, you know, raise crops and stuff. A lot of us started growing our own vegetables. Here, one of my coworkers bought me some squash and okra the other day. You know what I'm saying? So you can't stop us. But I tell you one thing, I want to know what black person, African American person finna get out in the field and pick cotton, pick peas, pull apples and all that stuff. You damn right, you better get them immigrants back if you know what's good for you, and go ahead and give them their rights to make them legal. If I was them immigrants, I wouldn't come back to your ass, give me my legalized paperwork right when I get on that bus or that ship or whatever you got for them. Give me my paperwork ASAP. And you need to hurry up and get them back, because I'm mad anyway. We need some work done at the house, and they damn good workers. They can do some good stuff around your house, and they don't charge you that much. They do a damn good job. Stuff that people like, you know, my people, we don't do that no more. We just don't do that no more. You think them folks stand in line with Jordans on, stand in line to buy a pair of $300 shoes to put on to go work in a field? Do you really? Do you think them people go buy $3,000 purses, Louis Vuitton bags, Gucci and all that stuff to go work in the field? No, we don't do that no more. Bottom line is, get them immigrants back that you deported. Make them legal, when they come back. And then get them more money for what they was doing before they left, because you know damn well they deserve it. Because you have seen, you done effed around and found out that you done seen that your plan was gonna fall to pieces, because you thought African Americans was gonna go back to what they was doing back in the day. This ain't back in the day. I don't need no 40 acres and a mule, because my mama picked cotton so I didn't have to. You understand me? And I'm damn proud of it. I don't need no 40 acres and a mule, because I'm set up now that I can do what I need to do and I don't have to pick cotton, peas, and all that stuff. So how dare you think that them immigrants was gonna go back and we was gonna take their spot? That what you thought, but it backfired in your face. Don't let them people come back over here so I can get some work done in my house. Thank you.
Like, seriously, lovelies, this has just confirmed all my doubts. You know, when this man, during his campaign, he was talking about how immigrants are taking black jobs. And I thought it was just his normal way of talking. You know, he's known for all of his shenanigans that makes people like wonder, what is this? This man is always talking about how immigrants are taking black jobs. Like, it was actually a trend. I think November period, it was a trend where he talks about immigrants taking black job. They need to dismantle these immigrants. They need to take them back to their country so that black people can get jobs. And I thought this guy was joking. Not upon where he now got into the office. That was when the mass deportation, especially the farmers, especially those ones that work on the farm, they decided to deport these people that was helping the economy strive. They thought when they deport them, people that looks like me will come running to them for job. Not only did, especially these Nebraska farmers, right? Not only did they join hands and deport their own workers, the people that was making life easy for them, because those are the people that will just collect and change and do this job for you. But you voted against your own self and deported these people, and they were all crying on the social platform about how their farm products are all, getting spoiled. Their farm product is this and that and that and this. And now, all of a sudden, I think they have cried and, wallowed. God. So I have seen a couple of stitches on the social platform where they advertise about people to come pick their watermelon or to come pick their strawberries. They're gonna pay them so much. I saw so many ads, I think, on Facebook and also on TikTok and every other social platform. They have been advertising and looking for people that looks like me to come do this job. These people actually thought that people that looks like me are just all sitting around without trying to improve their lives. These guys are graduates. These guys have their own profession. These guys are all in the medical field. They are all in the engineering field. Like, they are doing corporate jobs. You thought that, these people actually thought that people that looks like me just, or they're doing some linear job. When they see some, they thought they do this kind of vulcanizer job, and they indirectly chase the immigrant away, thinking that people that looks like me can't take these jobs. And now they are getting disappointed because, as they thought that people that looks like me are still in the level that they put them, oh my God, these guys have leveled up. They have leveled up. They are holding higher positions in corporate jobs. Like, they are not the people that you used to know. This man is regretting his decision. He's regretting his decision to send the people that agree to do this job. Instead of him to come out to talk about how the job these immigrants are taking are the job that these other people do not want to do. But no, because of his level of recencies, his thought was that people that looks like me will come running to take these jobs. Like, seriously? It's like this guy is still living in the 30s. He never knew that people that looks like me have leveled up. They're not all those people that pick curtains. Like, no, they're not but those people. Like, those are the people that hold high positions. Like you want them to come start doing those jobs so that you pay them how much? Like seriously? And now he's crying out loud with all of his emotional. He's talking about how, oh yeah, we want them back. We want them back. We're going to make them come legally. Like, though, wasn't that what they were supposed to do before you deported them? Wasn't that what they are even wanting to do? Because most of these people that was taken by ICE, some of them was already in the process of making themselves, getting their papers or their paperwork done, and they were just picked from ICE facilities. These are the things that these guys are already doing. But because you were so quick to send them away, you don't want them to. Like, this guy could have just given these people like 3 months to get your documents, 3 to 6 months. If not, you will leave the country. This is what he was supposed to do, not to just tell them, go get out right now. He was supposed to like give them some time, like 6 months, to get themselves put together before deporting them. And now it's affecting both the farmers, the economy, everything, and now you want them back? Anyway, please, wanna just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share, subscribe, and I will see you when I upload. Huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you, love you, when I upload the next one.